Good afternoon. Match 23 of the 1975 Cricket World Cup on Brian Lara's played today. United Arab Emirates versus New Zealand. The United Arab Emirates knew if they lost, they'd be out of the World Cup and Group 1 would be all wrapped up. Pakistan and Kenya would be in the quarterfinals if New Zealand got a victory. Well, the match was played at the Oval, and let us have a look at the outcome. Yeah, the most one-sided game. It was the shortest match ever in one-day international history. It lasted just 32.4 overs. United Arab Emirates were all out for 88 in just 22.4 overs. And New Zealand knocked runs off in exactly 10 overs. So that is the shortest ever match in one-day international history. It is the first ever 10-wicket victory in a one-day international. And New Zealand won the toss and elected to bat on a flat, dry wicket. But as proven, the Oval just seems to be an absolute paradise for teams chasing. This is now the 6th time in 8 games this World Cup that a team chasing has won at the Oval. And realistically, I mean, look at that final outcome. Once again, I think they lost about 10 wickets, 53 runs against West Indies. The same thing happened again today. They did a little bit better. They scored 10 wickets, went for 63 runs. 24, 7, 14, 0, 8, 0, 1, 6, 5, 12, 8. All out for 88. The second time they've been bowled out for under 100 in this World Cup, the United Arab Emirates. They scored 274 for 9 against Kenya, and they chased 242 for 3 in about 30 overs against at a record run rate of nearly 8 and over against the rebel South African 11. But against the Test playing nations, all out for 74 against Pakistan, all out for 103 against the West Indies, and now all out for 88 here against New Zealand. The bowling figures, well, Richard Collange didn't take a wicket, 22 for 0. 2 for 24 for Richard Hadlee. He's got 8 wickets in the tournament now. 9 for 1 for Headley Arif. He's joint second leading wicket taker with 9 wickets in 4 games, alongside Asif Masood of Pakistan. Brian McKechnie didn't take a wicket in any of his 3 matches. Has been feeling the pressure, but he has bowled tightly and played a part in New Zealand's 3 previous wins in the tournament. He took his first wicket, 3 for 16. And then, of course, obviously the star bowler, Dale Hadlee, 4 for 16. 13 wickets in 4 matches. He's the leading wicket taker in the tournament. And he moves further ahead as the competition's leading wicket taker. The run chase was simple, really. I ain't even going to... I will have a look at the bowlers first before we have a look. That was it. The slow left-armer went for 52 runs in just 5 overs. 24 for 0 and 15 for 0. 24 for 0 for a fast bowler and 15 for 0 for the off-spinner. Absolutely destroyed all over the place. But have a look at this again from Glenn Turner. He's looked absolutely sensational. He didn't get the fastest 50 in the World Cup, but he got 64. He got his 50 off just 26 deliveries. He got 64, 31 deliveries. And John Morrison got 27 not out off 18 deliveries. So Glenn Turner, 3 50s in 4 innings. And of course he converted 2 of those 50s into hundreds. 91 for 0 in just 10 overs. Match summary, pretty straightforward really. Press the wrong button. United Arab Emirates versus New Zealand at the Oval. New Zealand won the toss, selected a bowl on a flat, dry pitch. But they were too good. All out for 88 with United Arab Emirates. New Zealand 91 for 0. New Zealand winning by 10 wickets. And man of the match. And certainly at the moment, player of the tournament. For his 4 for 16, Dale Hadlee. 4 for 16. His second consecutive 4-wicket haul. 13 wickets in 4 matches. And the first ever 10-wicket win in a one-day international, and the shortest ever one-day international completed, lasted 32.4 overs, or needless to say, in terms of the match itself, 3 hours, 20 minutes. This means that Group 1's done. It's now just a case on where the teams finish. New Zealand go back to the top. West Indies have Kenya, and then have the group decider against New Zealand. That will be the final match of Group 1. But as you can see, Pakistan and Kenya are in the quarterfinals. If West Indies beat Kenya in the next match in Group 1, Kenya will be guaranteed to finish 4th, and they play the winners of Group 2, which probably look like England. As you can see, tomorrow's match is Sri Lanka versus England. England looking to recover from a scrappy performance against Holland, while Sri Lanka are looking to bounce back from that shocking defeat against India, where they were absolutely destroyed by an Indian side that played brilliant cricket. But as you can see, Pakistan and Kenya are in the quarterfinals as well. Now, so Group 1's decided. It's just a case of where they finish and who they play against. As you can see, if England win tomorrow, they'll go back to the top. If Sri Lanka win, they'll guarantee their place in the quarterfinals. If not, they'll have a nervous wait to see whether Holland can pull off the biggest upset in cricket in history by beating Australia. We're going to have a look at the averages. New Zealand, by the way, I should point out, I will talk about the odds in this tournament in a moment. They just seem to be getting better every single match. They just seem to be getting better and better and better. New Zealand, that was New Zealand at their absolute ruthless best. Oh, for fuck's sake. At their absolute ruthless best, and, you know, let's see what will happen. I wish I could punch you in your face. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but let's have a look at the bowling figures in this match. His average has got up to 187 now. Glenn Turner's average has now got up to 187 now. He's getting stronger and stronger. 350s in 4 innings. He's ended up... he's in absolute wonderful form, and Dale Hadley's average has now gone down to 8 in this match. They're both in tremendous form. Let's have a look at the overall figures for both these players. Never have I seen two players in the top of their form. 375 runs in 4 innings, an average of 187. That includes 2 not outs. Glenn Turner, the captain of New Zealand, in tremendous form. And Dale Hadley, leading wicket taker, with 13 wickets in the tournament in 4 matches at an average of 8. His average has gone down even further. Get into a situation. I just need to do something. Don't distract me, Mum. I'm going to be down in a minute, alright? Sorry about that. I just needed to sort something out. Brilliant performance from New Zealand. I have to say now, the odds now for this World Cup, they were 25-1 at the start of the tournament, New Zealand. Now they're 6-1, which is the same odds as Australia. So they're joint third favourites to win the World Cup by the basis of their unbelievable opening batting. Glenn Turner and John Morrison in fantastic form, getting century partnerships, getting big scores. This is the first time they've had to chase, and their bowlers just seem to be getting stronger and stronger. That final match against the West Indies is shaping up to be an absolute classic match of all proportions, and will decide who wins the group and who will probably play either India or Sri Lanka. But New Zealand just getting stronger and stronger. They're a fourth joint third favourites along with Australia to win this World Cup now at 6-1. England are, of course, 7-4 favourites, and West Indies are 2-1 second favourites. Now, as this tournament starts to take shape, tomorrow's match will be match 24, Sri Lanka versus England. As I said, England are hoping to recover from that stuttering run chase against Holland, where Sri Lanka absolutely shocking against India. They'll be looking to gain some respectability against the host nation. So I'll see you for that actual report tomorrow between Sri Lanka and England. Until then, from me, Lawrence Howard, for the 1975 Cricket World Cup being played on PlayStation on Brian Lara Cricket or in England, I'll speak to you all tomorrow for the Sri Lanka versus England match report. Until then, bye-bye.